o'clock. Let's get started. Om. 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 गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्यवत् ॐ गणेशाय नमः ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वागीशाद्या सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यं नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननं वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यकेशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यस्य सन्निधिमात्रेण सर्वे शिष्याश्च सेवकाः कर्मक्षेत्रे प्रवर्तन्ते चिन्मयं तं नमाम्यहम्. Let us do the Pratasmaranam. प्रातस्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कळमहम् न च भूतसङ्घः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिल यदनुग्रहेण यन्नेति नेति वचनैर्निगमा अवोचुः तं देवदेवम् अजमच्युत माहुरज्ञम् प्रातर्नमामि तमसः परमर्कवर्णम् पूर्णं सनातनपदम् पुरुषोत्तमाख्यम् यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषमशेषमूर्तौ रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमयिव प्रतिभासितं वै रज्ज्वां भुजङ्गमयिव प्रतिभासितं वै. Hari Om, everybody. Welcome back. Last week, we saw an elaborate introduction to our own inner journey. We saw as to why it is appropriate to start the process of dhyana, especially Nirguna Nirakara Dhyana, with the help of Nirvana Shatkam, also known as Atma Shatkam. As Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi had pointed out in Upadesha Sara, meditation on the attributeless, formless Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara Dhyana, is superior. Last class, we also saw a brief introduction to Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji and how in a short lifespan of just 32 years, he brought about the national integration at a time when Hinduism was very fragmented. We also learned that he has blessed humanity with a large number of invaluable compositions. In the Advaita circles, he is known as the Bhashyakara because he has written bhashyas or commentaries on the Prasthanatrayi, the Brahma Sutra, the Upanishads, 10 of them, and Bhagavad Gita. As a group, we have studied quite a few of the Prakarana Granthas now, like Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, Bhaja Govindam, Sadhana Panchakam. All these texts have provided a great amount of fodder for our self-inquiry, Atma Vichara. So Nirvana Shatkam is one such Prakarana Grantha. We also saw Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji brought about the revival of Advaita Vedanta by re-establishing the truth revealed in the Upanishads, known as Jiva Brahma Aikya, the oneness of Jiva and Brahma. Shankara Siddhanta, the doctrine of Advaita, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. Brahman, the absolute, alone is real. This world is unreal, Mithya, And jiva, or the individual soul, is no different than from Brahman. In the last class, we also saw an elaborate discussion on the journey of sadhaka, or how far we have come in our own pursuit to understanding the ultimate goal in life. Just to recap, we started to analyze our own lives. We begin to understand that we are pursuing so many things externally in the world, all for what? For happiness. We have been all along leading a vasana anusari jivana, an instinctive behavior mainly driven by our inherent tendencies called vasanas. I called this last week as a life of sorry go around, a vicious cycle of vasana chinta karya. Vasana chinta karya. Inherent tendencies, these vasanas, manifest in the form of raga, likes, and dvesha, dislikes. I also told you last week, our human mind has three types of problems. Just to recap, what are the impurities of the mind? Number one, called mala, restlessness of the mind called vikshepa, ignorance of the self, which is in fact the root cause for the other two, avarana. In that search for defect-free sukham, to remove dukkham from my life, sorrow from my life, the sadhaka goes to a wise teacher who tells him that this absolute happiness that you are searching outside is you, tattvam asi. You are Sukha Swarupa. It is you, your own nature. Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Because of the inherent defects and a strong R and D, Raga and Dvesha, it will not allow us to make that paradigm shift. So far, are we clear? The negativities of anger, jealousy, many more are all impurities, mala, impurities of the mind. At this phase, sadhaka realizes that these are the barriers to his sadhana, that he needs to improve the quality of his thoughts. He works on the purification of his mind, chitta shuddhi, starts to develop chitta ekagrata, concentration of the mind, single pointed focus of the mind. He has already developed pratipaksha bhavana by a detailed study of bhaja govindam to see the defects in the world. He understands that the two B's, bahya vishaya, external objects, and bhoga vishaya, objects of enjoyment, both are impermanent. It has been draining his energy, in turn causing dependency, and dissatisfaction and pain is guaranteed at the end. He has realized that. Then he starts to work on his sadhana chatushtaya, bestowed with the 4 Ds of Vedanta: Viveka, discrimination; Vairagya, dispassion; Shama, Adi, Shakka, Sampatti, 6 disciplines; and Mumukshutva, with a burning desire for liberation. Enough is enough. He approaches a Shrotriya Brahma Nishta Guru, teacher, a qualified teacher. And this phase is called Guru Upasatti. Now he starts the Satsanga. He hears that there is something called Brahman, that is Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma, Anandam Brahma, Nirdosham hi Samam Brahma, Dosha Rahita Atma, free from all defects. And the sadhaka starts his journey on this spiritual highway with this GPS: Guru, Parampara, and Shastra. I hope you're catching the acronyms. Most of the people in this world do not have the courage to pursue defect-free sukham. What do we do instead? We settle down for defective sukham and suffer. See, the word Brahman is not very common, but the word God is. With the study of Upadesha Sara, this group is familiar with who Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is. Once a devotee of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi asked him, "Can you show me God?" Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, "I can show you, but I do not know if you will be able to see him." This man felt very, very insulted and said, "If you can show him to me, I can see him. I have eyes, you know." What he did not realize is that one needs more than these physical eyes to see Bhagavan. You must have that true knowledge, Jnana Drushti. The man insisted. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi Ji sat in front of him, raised one finger, and started to move that from one side to the other, one side to the other. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed, 15 minutes went by. The man was waiting there, expecting some sort of a vision to happen, like they show in Hollywood movies, some bright blue light entering him. Finally, the man asked, "I thought you were going to show me God. Where is he?" But the man said, "You have not shown me anything." Bhagavan said, "I have been showing you for the last 15 minutes. What is this? It is this finger that is moving back and forth." Bhagavan said, "If I cut this finger and keep it on this table, do you think it will move on its own?" What is it that is giving that life principle? That life principle, Upanishads call it as supreme reality. It calls it as consciousness, the absolute, the Atman, Brahman. Om, pure awareness, pure consciousness. All these are terminologies the same. So in the Upanishads, Brahman is said to be the source of all creation. It is also our own true nature. Kenopanishad says that has the best definition for Brahman. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manoyat vacho havacham sau pranasya pranah चक्षुषश्चक्षुरति मुच्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्माल्लोकात् अमृता भवन्ति. Kenopanishad says that which is not seen, but because of which the eyes are able to see, that which cannot be described by words, but because of which our speech is able to describe other things, that which is not heard by our ears, but because of which ears are able to hear, that is Brahman. I hope you got that definition. Now, you know why we studied Upadesha Sara? Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi gave us that 3-point plan, how to turn karma to karma yoga for chitta shuddhi, to remove the mala for purification of mind, instead of egocentric actions, I start to develop sarvatma bhava, ecocentric, for the benefit of community. Then I bring God into the equation. I start to recognize that He is the one and only everywhere. All my kayika karma, vachika karma, manasika karma, mental actions are all God-centric. From kartru, I have become the karana. Meaning, I have become the instrument for the Lord, for His action. But now, to remove vikshepa, we need to reduce our rajasic tendencies. Rajasic tendencies are reduced by dhyanam. So in short, leading a life of constant achara and vichara, a life of good conduct coupled with inquiry, atma vichara. This is that Vedantic contemplation. Now, avarana, which is my third problem, that veils my true nature, that covers my true nature. And vikshepa comes in, projects the unreal and makes it seem real, makes it apparently real. In fact, this avarana is the ignorance of the self, which is the root cause for the other two, mala, vikshepa. So in my root cause corrective action, RCCA, that samshaya, that doubt, meaning that I am this limited being. How can I be that infinity? These limitations we know through our contemplations. Atma Vichara. I know that Atma is Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata, Veda, Rahita. No limitations. So in this process of Nididhyasana, I need to get to the bottom of this through applying Atma Anatma Viveka. Druk Drushya Viveka, seer and seen logic. Sharira Traya Viveka, understanding that my true nature, that I am not the waker ego, I am not the dreamer ego, I am not the deep sleeper. Applying Panchakosha Viveka, which we are going to see in this verse today, that I am beyond the five koshas. Applying Guna Traya Viveka, that I am beyond the three gunas of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamo Guna. Applying the Sharira Traya Viveka, that I am beyond gross, subtle, and causal bodies. That is where we started the study of Nirvana Shatkam. With that, let us chant the first verse. Akhil, are you with me?
Hari Om Venkatesh.
Okay, let's get started. Mano buddhya hankara
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार
Naham
चित्तानि नाहम्
Mano buddhya hankara Naham
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार चित्तानि नाहम्
न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे
न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे
न च घ्राणनेत्रे
न च घ्राणनेत्रे
न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे
न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे
न च व्योमभूमिर्न
न च व्योमभूमेर्न
तेजो न वायुः
तेजो न वायुः
न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः
न च व्योमभूमेर्न तेजो न वायुः
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहम्.
Excellent, thank you. Before we get into go through the meaning of this verse, let's recap a little bit with the meditation process. Once again, the purpose of meditation is to get some pointers on the process of meditation. As I mentioned last week, the first step is to check if our mind is meditation worthy. We went through all the details as to how to quieten the mind, prepare the mind for meditation, for self-knowledge. In short, practice of meditation has two aspects. One is withdrawal of the mind from the attention of the external objects, external stimuli. Turn the mind towards the subject, drashta, pure consciousness. We got that point. We saw some pointers from our Puja Guruji Swami Tejomayanamji, who has defined that in Dhyana Swarupam. What is that? Dhyanam nama swarupasya sahajam bhana muchyate. Meditation is that effortless abidance in one's own true nature. So what did we discuss? It is not a special action. It is not a practice of posture. It is not yoga. It is not a form of worship. It is not puja. It is not the repetition of a mantra. It's not japa. Not a concentration exercise. It is to be who you are. Now, because we have to withdraw our mind, the first step is to go to a solitary place. In our own home, we don't have to find something somewhere else. Ekaki, in solitude. Sadhana Panchakam, he said, Ekante Sukhamasyatam. Remember to select a clean place, solitary place. You spend time alone. Ekanta. First step. Then a good asana, a firm seat. If you cannot sit on the ground, we said Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sitting posture where head, neck, back are all in one straight line, and relax. Choose a comfortable seat. Gently close your eyes. A comfortable posture. Relax your body. If a part of the body is troubling, usually when you sit for meditation, when you sit, the parts of the body starts to let you know that it exists. Send a thought massage, asking it to relax. One important thing, do not start meditation 10 minutes before you go to work, because it causes unnecessary anxiety, unnecessary agitation. Have the right attitude. Be cheerful. First, mentally, as you sit, prostrate to your Guru, seek his blessings. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Gnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Sadgurum Tam Namami. Make that mind cheerful. Just like in our deep sleep, you have lost all your identities. You are not the husband. You are not the wife. You are not the father. You are not the mother. How we lose all that identity in our deep sleep every night. You're not the brother, you're not the sister, all these identities we carry. So, in that seat of meditation, drop all your identities. And then that mind you can withdraw. So, let us start that contemplation. Just do not judge any thoughts during this process. Just focus and listen. Mano buddhya hankar चित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्र जिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योम भूमे न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः Shivoham, Shivoham. See, each of these 6 verses, the first 3 lines tell me what I am not. The last line in each verse declares who I am. That auspiciousness, I am that Shivoham. चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. This is the fixing of the mind on that self, that quiet mind on the self, that I am that pure consciousness, that I am that asangha atma. I am that unattached. That Atma, that is of the nature of absolute knowledge. That Chit Swarupa, that pure knowledge, that bliss, that Shiva, that nature of auspiciousness. See, we know that this is the Anubhuti, the experience of Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji himself. First, he communicates his experience by first negating what the self is not. In short, the first 3 lines are what I am not. Then the last line is what I am, who am I. Why 3 to 1? Because I have anatmani atma buddhi. That is the viparita bhavana. I have more attachment and identification with anatma. 3 times more. Now, my internal organs, antahkarana, has 4 aspects. Mind, mind, organs of action, organs of perception, they all respond to the world through the mind. Sankalpa vikalpatmakaha manaha. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Mind is that seat of thoughts in a state of flux, volition, a state of indecision, Mind is also the seat for all our emotions, like anger, krodha, jealousy, matsarya, compassion, daya, love, preeti. All of these emotions are a part of our mind. Mind perceives the object of the world through the senses. If the mind does not back the sense organs, then they cannot receive any stimuli from the external world. For example, all of us have gone through this. We are sitting at a traffic light with our eyes open, hopefully, while driving. But our mind has gone somewhere thinking about something until you hear a honk from behind. You don't wake up. Other sense organ has to wake you up. Same way, organs of action, karmendriyas, responds to the world through the mind. Then comes buddhi. See, there is no physical separation between the two. It is just the thought flow. When the thoughts are in a state of decision, for example, if you were to be thinking this morning, oh boy, I have to go to this Vedanta class. Should I go or should I be watching some game on television? That state of indecision is your mind. Then you say, hey, I went to the class last week. It was not that bad. I can put up with him for an hour. Let me go. I make a decision. That is buddhi. Nischayatmika buddhi. The intellect decides. The intellect discriminates. The intellect thinks. The intellect rationalizes. Then ahankara, the ego, owns up that thought. Aham karta, I am the doer. Aham bhokta, I am the enjoyer. The notion of doership, the notion of enjoyership. Then there is memory, chittam, that recollects based on the past experience. So the function of chittam is reflection, recollection. This is antahkarana, internal organ, along with five senses, organs of hearing, touch, seeing, tasting, and smelling, along with sattvic elements in their subtle form called tanmatras, constitute what we call as the subtle body, sukshma sharira. Remember from our basic Vedanta modules, it is bhoga sadhanam, instrument of experience. Adi Shankaracharya ji gave us four aspects for Sukshma Sharira or subtle body. It is made up of five elements. It constitutes 17 limbs, five Gnanendriyas, five organs of perception, five Karmendriyas, organs of action. We are going to go through that. Five pranas, mana and buddhi. Mana and buddhi can be further divided into or broken down to memory, chitta, ahankara, ego. So far, are you with me? Now, they are together called antahkarana, internal organ, an instrument of experience. born out of good karmas of the past. Sat karma janyam. Swapnavastha, that state of dream, is unique to subtle body, where it creates in our dream world, it creates its own world. Dreams are often caused by suppressed thoughts in the waking state, unfulfilled desires in the waking state. So this antahkarana is the fake I. In a world of artificial intelligence, this was the first fake I. Deep fake. It has no sentiency of its own. It is jada. It is inert. My mind and intellect used to be sharp, we say. I could memorize a whole book, we say. Besides, it is there only in Jagradavastha, while we are awake. Swapnavastha. It is not there in my deep sleep. Why? If there is a thought in your mind, you are not asleep. It is not there sometimes even in my Jagradavastha, because I am daydreaming, most of us. Right? So let's go back. Mano buddhya hankara chitta ninaham na cha shrotra jihve na cha grana netre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuh Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham. So I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not that ego. I am not that memory. I am not those five organs of perception. Which are they? Ear, shrotra, jihva, tongue, grana, nose, netra, eyes, skin, tvak. We have to assume that. Meaning, I am not the sense organs of perception, gnanendriyas. Mano buddhyahankara chittani na aham, not me, nacha shrotra jihve, nacha grana netre, not these sense organs of perception, nacha vyoma bhumir, na tejo, na vayuhu. I am not these five great elements. I am not the space, Vyoma. I am not earth. I am not fire. I am not air. I am not water. So this verse here is negating the entire subtle body as not self. So the true self is Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham. That Atma Swarupa, which is the enlivener of everything, including this subtle body. I am of the nature of that pure consciousness, that bliss supreme, that one reality behind everything. I am that Shiva Swarupa, that nature of auspiciousness. See, when we start to chant these verses in our meditative mood, constantly reflecting this way in the seat of meditation, gradually what happens over a period of time, our mind starts to acquire that calmness. It begins to thin down. It becomes purer. With that purity comes that clarity. It helps to grasp these subtle concepts. Such is the potency of these verses. Now, having negated the entire subtle body in the first verse, let us see some ideas and pointers as to how to negate the gross body, the stula sharira. With that, we will go to the next verse. Akhil, you with me? न च प्राणसंज्ञो
न च प्राणसंज्ञो
न वै पञ्चवायुः
न वै पञ्चवायुः
न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः
न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः
न वा सप्तधातुर्
न वा सप्तधातुर्
न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वाक्पाणिपादौ
न वाक्पाणिपादौ
न चोपस्तपायु
न चोपस्थपायु
न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु
न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
Thank you, Akhil. न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः. I am not this prana. See, here we can apply the logic we learnt in Tattva Bodha or Druk Drushya Viveka. The one who sees the object cannot be the object. I am aware of my pranas. I can become the witness of my inhalation and I can become the witness of my exhalation. I am aware of my prana and hence I am not the prana. That kind of a logic. Then we know there are vital air sheath that pervades the foot sheath. It is subtler than the foot sheath. The five pranas, Vayu Vikara, which controls the physiological functions of the body. Pranavayu, the main prana, controls the respiration, both inhalation and exhalation. Then there is apana, the evacuation, the rejection. We have gone through this in detail, is taken care of by apana. They take care of the body excretion like urine, perspiration, etc. Then you have udana, reaction, reverse action are all taken by udana, vomiting, burping, sneezing. It is also believed that udana vayu helps us entertain new thoughts, assimilate new thoughts, the capacity to acquire new knowledge, is believed to help eject the subtle body out of the one that we are in today and find another body. Samana vayu, in charge of assimilation of digested food to make sure it is given through the body, to the cells of the body. Circulation of blood, nourishment to every cell of the body is the function of Vyana. So these are vital to life. They function quietly from birth to death until even when we are asleep. Even if one of them were to stop completely, we would die. When they function efficiently, the body remains healthy, the sense organs are keen, the organs of action are sharp, mind is alert, and when they malfunction, the body is imbalanced. It is ill. So they control the physiological functions, but I am not that. Now, then there is Sapta Dhatu. Nava Sapta Dhatau. I am not the 7 material components of the physical body. The skin, charma. One Swami used to call this gross body as a walking toilet, stitched nicely with an outer skin, as though it is a leather bag. The others are flesh, fat, majja, blood, muscle or muscles, bone marrow, etc. Meaning, I am not this construction material. Nava Sapta Dhatau, Nava Pancha Koshaha. Then these are the ones blocking my Antaratma. This Pancha Kosha, food sheath at the grossest level, Annamaya Kosha. Probably this diagram is better. Annamaya Kosha, Stula Sharira or gross body. Then there is vital air sheath, Pranamaya Kosha, mental sheath, Manomaya Kosha. You've gone through all this in detail. Intellectual sheath, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Together they are called the subtle body or Sukshma Sharira. Bliss sheath or Anandamaya Kosha, also known as Karana Sharira. So the 5 organs of action, Karmendriyas, what are they? Navak Pani Padau Na Chopasta Vayuhu. I am not the hands for grasping, legs for movement, genital organs for reproduction, anus for organs of evacuation. Vak, Pani, padau payu upasta. Meaning, I am not these pancha prana, I am not the sapta dhatu, I am not the pancha koshas, I am not the stula sharira that constitute my gross physical body. Instead, who am I? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. So when in the language of Upadeshasara, Spurati Hrutsvayam Paramapurna Sat. So as we begin to appreciate the potency of these verses, the inner perceptions becomes clearer, sharper, the vision of the truth and the self-unfoldment begins to happen. The gross body and the subtle body slowly becomes witnessed, seen in the presence of Drashta, the seer. With that, we will stop here. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all see auspiciousness. May none suffer. Om peace, peace, peace. With that, I'll open it up for our collaboration and question and answer.